What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So this little tidbit of information kind of skipped a little bit past me. A few days ago, the Gotham Knights voice actors eventually got revealed. You got to see the voiceover for Renee Montoya. You saw who was doing the voiceover for Harley Quinn, and even some of the other characters like Clayface. And I think we'd already seen the voice characters for Nightwing and Red Hood, and also the Penguin. I think are the characters that we've already seen. But this is actually quite cool because you can always come on their Twitter page, and it actually shows these different actors and some of the in a sense, you can actually look up some of the other works that they've done if you maybe look on their Twitter feeds and so on and so forth. Now, what's interesting though is of all of the different voice actors that really did interest me in terms of their work, it's Carrie Walgren. I think that's how you say her name, or Walgren. My accent's probably not saying it correctly, but you guys know who I'm referring to. And what's really, I think, iconic about this character is I think this character has also played a very solid role for a character in another video game. I think she played Melina in the Mortal Kombat games, and this is where she is actually, known for. If you look up Melina voice actor, I think Carrie Walgren is the one that comes up in the voice acting segment. She does play the character, and I think that's something that she's actually pretty cool for, in a sense. She did a little video one time where I think somebody kind of asked her to do a shout out in the voiceover for the character, and she did that online, and that really got fans tuned in to who exactly she is. Now, the idea nonetheless here is that when we first saw the Harley Quinn gameplay, one of the very first things a lot of people kind of dialed into was the fact that this Harley Quinn did not sound like Tara Strong. And I understand, I get it. Tara Strong is kind of an iconic Harley Quinn in a sense. Having played the character for so many years, most of us are somewhat very used to her in the way that she actually delivers her voicing and her voice lines. But it still goes to show that this is also a very talented voice actress. There's no doubt about that. The way that you've already seen the work that she's done, especially in a game like MK11, where Melina was not just a character, but the most requested character in the entire game. I mean, I don't know many of you who know, but during that time, if you had gone to like Ed Boon's Twitter feed, people kept asking for Melina all over the place. If Ed Boon posted a picture of fries, people would be like, oh, is that a Melina hint or something? And, he just kept getting trolled over and over and over again, until the developers released the character in one of their combat packs from back somewhere. I can't remember exactly what month they did that, and even what year. Mortal Kombat, I can't believe, is about 3 years old now. That's crazy to think about that. But the conversation is still on this part where, some people had said, that Tara Strong would have probably done a better job, or they just are used to Tara Strong in a sense. But, those of you who are saying that, you do know that the character, the voice actress is already playing the voice of this character in a whole different video game that's coming out. So in terms of production, the scheduling would have been insane if she would have had to travel. I don't know if she would, if she could have done the voiceover remotely, if that's what their requirement were, in this production. So that's going to be something that you would have had to consider in all of the production stuff. But it's really cool that the voice actors and actresses that usually show up for the Warner Brothers games are super busy, or were super busy these past few years. I think it was Christopher Sean or the other voice actor for Nightwing that put up a picture on his Instagram where he showed some voice actors working on a project from home. So this was something that we saw during the 2020 medical fiasco in 2021, where many development studios were open to actually allowing that happen. Even the voiceovers for games like Call of Duty, I think one of the Call of Duty voice actresses, is also playing a role in Gotham Knights here. I think it's the person that's playing Renee Montoya. Her name is Crizia Bajos, I do not know how you say this name. But when I looked up the profile, of her acting portfolio, I saw that she'd actually done some work with Call of Duty. I don't know if she specifically did for the most recent Call of Duty, but it was kind of interesting to see because a lot of people didn't necessarily know, but at that time, the Call of Duty game actually had its voice actors work from home and record all of their, their voices from home. And I think they may have done some CGI stuff. They sent them a whole bunch of equipment to just kind of act out their role in that sense. And then, they basically sent all that data to the developers and they finished the game. So game development is getting really interesting these days. One other thing that I noticed that maybe not a lot of people probably noticed is when Mortal Kombat released its Aftermath DLC, the voice actor for Shang Tsung, he sounded like he was a little different, like he was recording in like a home studio. I don't know. My ears just kept picking up something like, why does it sound like he's recording in a home studio, the way his voice sounds here? So it could have been that, with the time, the place, and all of that, they probably just got, sound files from him while he recorded. And so this is something that's actually really interesting in terms of development nowadays. But it's good to see and put a face to the voices of the people who are playing these characters and just kind of see their talent shine in these games. One thing that the Warner Brothers games are kind of endowed with is good voice actors all over the place. I mean, yes, other games, have them, but they've been able to tap into some of the best talent in the world for a lot of their iconic games. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about all of this and the voice acting. Who in this entire list, including the other voice actors that have been shown, are you kind of excited for in this game? I know for sure the Harley Quinn voice actor is one that I'm actually really looking forward to, how she plays the character and how she's able to basically make her, representation sound distinctive. And then I'm also really interested in seeing how is it Stephen Young that's playing Red Hood. I'm interested in seeing how I think he's the guy that played Mr. Negative from Spider-Man. I'm interested to seeing how he actually depicts that character in Gotham Knights. So thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon. Peace out.